going on, Jerome? So one of the storylines heading into Minnesota fighting Vikings training camp is Justin Jefferson. Can he reestablish himself as the best wide receiver in the game? Also paired up with JJ McCarthy. It could be his quarterback long term. Finally. It just 1-8's looking good. All right, he got paid. He's in the prime of his career. He's a true leader of this team, and also his best friends with Kevin O'Connell. Something you love to see. But then early on, all right, so Jefferson pulled himself from practice, precautionary measure, little tightness in the legs, right? O'Connell says it's a mild hamstring strain. Of course, he said that McCarthy's meniscus was routine soreness. So either way, of course, Vikings fans, we can never have nice things, but in a weird way, like it could be a blessing in disguise, right? Because with Jefferson, does he necessarily need training camp? Year 4 of the Kevin O'Connell offense, he's one of the best in the game. Yeah, it would have been great to get reps with JJ McCarthy, but overall, the regular season and the playoffs and the Super Bowl is exactly what matters. So I don't know, maybe it could work out. Long story longer, Jeremy Fowler over at ESPN, worldwide leader of readers, viewers, and subscribers, wrote this about Jefferson's injury. Jefferson's hamstring injury is not a major concern. In fact, my sense is that some with the Vikings are sort of relieved he can rest up during a long camp. Well, we are getting in the dog days of summer, and players get tired, and sometimes there can be injuries. There can be alien abductions here and there. He could get some practice work this week, but expect Minnesota to slowly ease him back. He's been doing some running over on the side practice field. Of course, you've been at practice. You've seen him, jogging across the field, hyping guys up, running into Kevin O'Connell, all that stuff. So it doesn't seem like it's a major deal, right? And of course, the Vikings are they're very cautious with injuries, especially this time of year. So they're going to do right by Jefferson. Also, it is the other leg from when he had his hamstring injury that cost him 7 games in 2023. The good thing is we avoided serious injury, but at the same time, we want to make sure he goes through the right process before he's back at full speed, O'Connell said. We get to build that up. Really manage something in a short amount of time without the threat of regular season being an issue. We want to be smart. At the same time, Justin wants to get back there wants to get back on the field, which Jefferson being an ultimate competitor, that he wants to do that. And it's kind of great to see, like Jefferson being a true leader in that wide receiver room and with this team writ large, but just guys being dudes. Deshaun Jones, he a Terp, along with fellow Terrapin 1-3 Ty Felton. Would like for him to step up, as well as Jordan Addison. I mean, outside of Newton McLaughlin, Addison might be the star of training camp, because without Jefferson, Addison's been wide receiver 1 going up against the teeth of that defense every single day, every single way. And McCarthy and 3, they got something going. All right, so there's a couple things going on here with the Jefferson hamstring injury. So it does keep Jets fresh for the regular season, because in training camp, cornerbacks, DBs, like when they get one-on-one reps or when 7-on-7, 11-11, it's like, hey, that's Justin Jefferson. I better step up my game. And joint practice with the Patriots in next week. Obviously he wasn't going to play preseason games, but maybe a Patriots DB, you're just like, I'm going to make a name for myself. Maybe I get a little bit more physical, with 1-8 than I usually would. All right, so I always got to watch out for that. Could this take away from conditioning? Not just cardio, but also just the physicality of getting your body accustomed to they call it football shape, all that stuff. He'll be fine. He'll be fine, man. He is missing chemistry reps with McCarthy, so that's number one. Full speed reps in a game situation or scrimmage situation. Those will be extremely valuable, but it is what it is, right? Also, it does allow other wide receivers to step up. Like we said, Addison as wide receiver 1 has been fantastic. Naylor's had himself a good camp. Guys like Lucky Jackson, Thayer Thomas, Deshaun Jones, Dante Fleming, Silas Bolden really stepping up as well. So, obviously, if Jefferson was here, like he's top dog, but everyone else, Addison getting wide receiver 1 snaps, and everyone else steps up 1. It's kind of good. Also, it does increase practice difficulty for JJ, because without Justin Jefferson out there, McCarthy doesn't have the best wide receiver in the game. He's going up against the freaking best defense in the league, or one of the best, and he doesn't have his number 1 playmaker. So he has to go through his progressions more, and he can't just use Jefferson as a crutch. As F it, 18's down there somewhere. F it, Jefferson's down there somewhere. So this actually is good. It's sort of like wearing a weighted vest when you're working out or going for a walk. Or when they got the weighted donut when you're on the baseball bat, when you're in the batter's on deck circle. this is tougher than it needs to be. And then you get up to the plate and then poof, something like that. Then also, this does show Jefferson's leadership. So, as we said, like, some stars will just pout off to the sidelines. I'm not on the practice field. Whatever. Body language would be no bueno. Out there chewing sunflower seeds, just not paying attention. But you see Jefferson, he's dialed into the offense. He's talking ish to the defense. I mean, Nudie McLaughlin handed Jefferson one of his interceptions, probably because Jefferson was chirping at Nudie too, and it's just great. Plus, you see how the fans they love and embrace Justin Jefferson, and he loves him, man. So he's truly a leader. He's not just a superstar, and a lot of times they're players one and not the other, and vice versa. So it's good to see that there. And everything is going to be all right. Jefferson's going to be fine. It's been great for him to show up and show out in training camp. But fans love to see Jefferson, but rather see him on the field in the regular season and the playoffs and the Super Bowl this year. One time. Get that hamstring 110%. Let's go. Let's go, man. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Latest on Justin Jefferson's hamstring. Some of the Vikings are relieved. Yeah. Let us know your thoughts. Comment section. You guys are the best you know what to do. Skull production value.